Uh, Hello, everyone. This is my second interview with Mr. Perfect, Nate Perez, after his second professional win that came in about a minute and a half by way of TKO. Nate, how's it going? What's the feeling like after getting the second win? And just, yeah.
Yeah, it's going really great. Thanks for having me back. I mean, it feels good to get a quick win, especially uh, you put a lot of hard work into it. But honestly, it just felt like another day in the office.
Yeah, I mean, other than Connor's hiccup, it was a pretty damn good day for the gym. I mean,
Yeah,
Joseph, that was a really nice submission. Put the guy out, said some words to him after. But
yeah,
how did it feel both you two both getting the win? Just that.
man, it felt really good. We definitely started the night a little rocky as a team.
Yeah.
We had some amateurs that were debuting, and
Okay.
you just had to overcome some experience hurdles and some focus hurdles, but it definitely felt good going out there and performing to the level that I believe I'm at and where I feel like we trained during the camp. And same thing with Joe. I think he for his fight he didn't even really get touched, but just to go for us to go out, the professionals go out there and perform to the level that we've been working at was pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was like coaches like say, what were the words he had after?
Yeah, I mean, coach was super proud. He he really liked the 12-6 elbows. And yeah, it was cool getting to throw that. Like ever since they changed the rules, I want to say this year. I knew before the fight I was gonna implement elbows, but being able to fully use 12-6 was cool. And then I mean personally too, and coach mentioned it, but the choke that Joe hit too, that head and arm, I mean
hmm
we've been working it for weeks, so it was cool to see exactly what we've been working go
Yeah,
out there and work.
that's pretty cool. You're working on the elbows, especially with the rule changes, stuff like that, and getting to use them, and then Joe getting that sub as well, which was pretty. That looked like you guys
Hmm.
have been working on it. I mean, you
Oh
got to
yeah.
do it right to put someone out. But so yeah, that was a quick win. I mean, when it comes to like cage experience, you're now about, I don't know, 7.5 minutes or no, wait, yeah, a little, not that long, but like, how are you feeling
Yeah.
experience wise now that you have two under
I
your
mean,
belts?
it feels pretty good. Like I said, it felt good the first fight to feel what a full professional
Hmm.
round is. But honestly, it's just cage experience on the pro side. Like I had several fights as an amateur that went decision, like full 15 minutes or 9 minutes for amateur. So I know what it's like, or I've gotten plenty of cage time just overall. So ideally, you want to go out there and do these short ones, especially for this stage. But honestly, it just again, it feels like another day in the office at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you really did not face much adversity out there. So what's the timeline looking like? I know Synergy, what is it, like June 6th or something? Is that the next event? But what is your timeline
Yeah.
for coming back, getting the next fight? You know, are you back in the gym?
Yeah. So normally, like anytime I have a fight, whether I take, damage or not, I personally like to just take a week off to let my kind of body and mind reset,
Okay.
take time to myself, kind of spend time with family and friends, and to take care of some personal stuff. So, this week I'll probably take it easy. I have popped in a couple of days. It's just kind of hard for me to stay away from the gym. But as far as like next fight plans, after this week, get back into my like normal training schedule. I decided like I was pretty much gonna take most of the summer off just because I have some, like I said, personal stuff and a family trip coming up in June. So I told them I wouldn't take any fights during that time frame, just because I got to do camps and stuff for it. So I'm not sure about June, but I know for like end of summer, August time frame, getting into the fall, and even in the winter, I would like to at least knock two more out
Okay.
before the year's over. So.
So two more in the fall time with Synergy?
So. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind sticking with Synergy just because I know they have shows during that time,
Hmm.
but I mean, just kind of like on some behind the scenes stuff. I've
Okay.
been kind of looking at APFC, and I know I think their matchmakers are now looking into me. So if I got something that made sense from them, that was one of those ones that I wouldn't mind to go travel to. But I'm just kind of take it day by day on
I
that
think
stuff. So.
I think APFC would be a great idea. I think that they're just their work not only which is like amateur fights, but just like promoting and stuff like that, just for like fighters with lesser records or just like smaller, events. They're just really good at that, and they do put on great shows. And obviously, you have that, experience there with Anthony Pettis and his brothers and stuff like that, and maybe you'll be able to, have a word with them. But opponent wise, is there like any names or anything like that? I was thinking some revenge for Connor, but that kid that won because what you guys are the same weight class, but I might be
Yeah, New
overstepping.
Bronx.
Um,
I mean, it's kind of crossed my mind. There's not a whole ton in the regional
mhm.
for people. That fight crossed my mind. Honestly, I didn't like that matchup for Connor just because I did feel like New Bones. He has a pretty respectable skill set, very explosive guy. I'm personally not like shy from the fight. I just think that it would be if I'm going to take that risk, it would be smarter to do it in like maybe a couple more fights to fight somebody like him.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of things I liked out of him. I was just suggesting it for the revenge part, but no.
Oh yeah, I love me some revenge.
I just yeah, I do, but also you guys are at different points in your career, especially with him getting his second with his first pro win, it's completely different.
Yeah,
I think
but no, I think that kid's got a lot of potential though. He's
Mhm.
definitely. I feel like he keeps going. He's going to be going places for sure because Connor's a tough guy.
Yeah, I mean, what was Connor's reaction? Is he like just back in the gym and like wanting to work, or is it sort of the same as you, like maybe take a break or
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to take some. He got to take some recovery time. He got banged up a little bit, got
Mhm.
caught with I think a couple uppercuts, but he was in pretty much good spirits about it. Like he definitely wants. He's a grimy kid, and he definitely wants to get back in there and improve and work on the stuff that he kind of came up short on in the fight. So I definitely think we'll see him back at it again.
Okay. Well, talking a little bit more about you, like, not to get too personal, but like, what are you? I heard that you're working, so what's the job you got right now, or like, what's
Yeah, yeah,
the
man.
9 to 5?
Yeah, that's a great question. I kind of got like three jobs,
Okay.
but they're not crazy or nothing. But like my day job, I work at a fitness gym. So this fitness gym is actually the first MMA gym I started at when the owner, we were a Glory affiliation. So this is under like, I don't know if you know who James Krause is.
I do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm originally belted in jiu-jitsu under James Krause. In my earlier years, I trained a lot at his gym up in Kansas City. But one of his friends is the owner of this gyms that I work at. So I work here during the day, and then obviously I do the pro fighting, and then
Hmm.
I do bouncing on the weekends
Oh, nice.
in the downtown area. So I work at a pool hall right now. It's normally pretty chill. So.
Okay. Okay. And then like, where you said you're going on a family trip? Where are you guys going?
Yeah, so my family, they booked a resort. I think it's in Tennessee.
Okay.
Um, but it's like this spa resort, and I've literally not been on vacation in years. Pretty much
Oh
since
wow.
I've started training, fighting, I've been in that kind of mode, so I haven't really took a lot of like trips or spent a week anywhere. So they got a resort for a week in June out in Tennessee, so I'm gonna be doing that.
Okay, so you're gonna take a little bit of a break and then you'll have some vacation and then when you get back in the gym, what is the first thing you think that you're gonna work on? Like is it striking? Is it a takedown? Is it a submission? Is it a position? Like what is it? What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. Like I said, I mean, by next week, I'll be back on my pretty much normal training schedule.
Hmm.
So that starts with I kind of have a system, or I would say a process of training that I do just to stay up on everything. So like, I do strength and conditioning in my own time. Um, and so I'll essentially probably start there. And then my first like MMA class in the week, not including like a Sunday if you're starting from Monday. I do jujitsu in the evening, so I'll do that. And I mean, like right now, my jujitsu chain, or my jujitsu, I've been working chains. So like just going takedown to takedown to takedown, position to position, submission to the next one. So I would just continue to like
Hmm.
get the chains going. I'm trying to put myself in bad position too to work like multiple defenses and stuff. And then you got kickboxing, would be like my next class, so I'll hit that. And I kind of, with my striking, I just been working on staying in the pocket more and cutting angles on people. And so, just continue to do that kind of. There's a couple combinations that kind of like just have muscle memory, but maybe
Hmm.
um, work towards some more specific stuff. I always look to like blend the wrestling in a little bit more with the striking. So, I mean, that's pretty much my approach. It's very like looking at small details and taking it day by day, and kind of like if I'm having trouble with something that day, then I'll focus on something, or if there's something that I know I want to work on um, before class, and I'll just keep that in mind when I'm practicing, and then that's kind of how I do it.
Okay. The last thing I want to touch on that kind of relates to that is sort of like, when we first talked, your base is definitely ground game. It's definitely wrestling, it's jiu-jitsu, but like you're now 2-0 with a TKO and a submission. I know the TKO was on the ground, but like what was the game plan going into this one? Did you want to knock him out? Or did you want the TKO?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love that question. I had no plans of grappling, man, and I this was a weird fight because going into it, I've never seen an opponent be so nervous. Like this guy was just visibly nervous the entire time, from weigh-ins to like going into the fight. Like I just saw him in the corner of my eye, like he would always be looking over. I didn't even really see him hit mitts. He looked super nervous going into it. So I was like, I knew right there, I was like, okay. So early on in the fight, my coaches are like, you don't have to go to him. Like he's already nervous. He's gonna make a mistake. So we start off the fight. I'm just feinting to see where he reacts, and I'm seeing he's like kind of being gun shy. So, I throw a kick, and the way I throw my kick, it looked like it's going to the body, but I went to the head. He told me later that surprised him. He thought I was just going to wrestle, which I don't know why, but it's fair. But hit him with that, and then I was like, "Oh snap!" Like, yeah, like I'm gonna find me a knockout. And then he kind of just throws himself at me, and I kind of duck under, and then I stand up, and he's like, now I got him on my shoulder, so I didn't even really try to like slam him. I felt like he's kind of hopped on my shoulder, and I just put him on the ground. And then once we were on the ground, I had no plans of looking for a sub. Like if one would have popped up, I probably would have grabbed it, but like I was definitely going for the TKO or the knockout for sure.
Yeah, I could tell. You were immediately you saw that position full mount and it was the 12-6 was coming down. But
Yeah, which I realized it was my first one, so that was definitely cool to get something other than like a submission was pretty cool for sure.
all right, well I want to give you some time to shout out any sponsors or any people that you want to thank. At the end of this, I realized I didn't do that last time, but I know you have a few sponsors, but so you can shout them out and then any like coaches or family.
Yeah, sure. Well, I always like to, anytime I'm shouting out, I always like to shout out Jesus Christ first. I am a believer of Christ, and I do think that that's what gives me a lot of fuel and power to do what I do. So I just hope that when people are seeing what I'm doing, that they're seeing God. And yeah, Springfield Vapors, they're one of my sponsors out here in Springfield. They're really good. They're actually was like the main sponsor, one of them for the card. So they're super great, super supportive, super big fight fans. I want to shout out my gym here, Springfield Fight Club. I think we have some of the best guys in this area, and I love training there. So anybody in the area looking to train or interested, come out. We do a free week. I already told my grandma happy birthday, but she had her birthday on my fight. So shout out grandma again. Happy birthday. And then yeah, like without naming a whole bunch, I'm always super thankful for just my circle out here. I have a good circle of family and friends, training partners that support what I do and keep me going. So shout out all the people that believe in me, man. It means a lot.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate